Anyway, and the last reason, and probably the most important reason, is that somebody that's very dear to me loves that song. So whenever I get the chance to play it for her, I do. Um, so yeah, about this show, since I'm making such a big stink about it, like I said, it's on February 17th, and you can buy tickets online at aftonshows.com/sidecar. It'll take you right to the ticket buying thing. You click how many you want, and boom, there you go. And right now, there's a promotion going on. If you use a code, the code is actually on my Facebook. But for those of you that aren't, Facebook savvy or whatever, it's on MySpace too. The code is Psydcar 466. If you put that in, you get $2 off. So instead of paying $10, you pay 8. It's a pretty good deal. Oh, while I'm here, I know a lot of you guys are like, it's a Studio 7 show, no one's going to be there, I'll wait to go at the door. Don't wait for the door, okay? It sounds weird, I know, it's just Studio 7. There are 5 bands on this bill, and I think there might be another 2, okay? So that's up to 7 bands, and the show is only going to be 4 hours. It's from 7 to around 11. I think the last act goes on 11, so possibly 12. Okay? That's maybe 40 minutes, because you have to account for load in, load off, getting people off the stage, on the stage, moving equipment, all this kind of stuff, okay? It's through Afton. Afton's a pretty big deal. They're countrywide, okay? And they deal especially with indie acts like me. And they've actually been recruiting me for 2 years. In fact, when I left this area the first time, as soon as I got back, I got an email from them like, hey, we've been checking you out on MySpace and all this kind of stuff, and we want to start working with you. I was like, oh, man. And at the time, I didn't know, and I don't even think they had, like, all this stuff established. It's been like 2 years, and I finally got, a hold of them. And they were like, yeah, we want you to play a show. We like what you do and stuff like that. And, this is what I've been looking for. I've been doing this for 12 years now. And, I've been paying my dues, like, out the bunghole here. So this is great for me. But it's not going to be so great if I go to play this show and no one shows up. So, it's like you guys are all like, oh, man, when you going to play? When you going to play? When you going to play? I'm playing, help me out a little bit here, give me some scratch, man. So anyway, back to Psydcar and what Psydcar is. There's a lot of, talk here and there. My website will actually help you understand what I do a lot. It's redeyepilotproductions.webs.com. I have a whole bunch of blogs and stuff about why I do this the way that I do it. A lot of people are like, well, why don't you get a band? Why don't you go electric and all this kind of stuff? The main reason why I don't do any of this, it's twofold. One, I've studied Zen Buddhism for a really long time, like over 10 years. I still kind of study it. And one of my favorite Zen Buddhists, quote unquote, I don't know if you guys know who this guy is Miyamoto Musashi. He wrote the Book of Five Rings. And there's a lot of folklore about this guy. He was a sword fighter. And, back in the day, if you were a sword fighter and someone's like, you suck at swordmanship, and you'd be like, yeah? Well, let me see how much I suck. And when you end up dead, it means I'm better than you. So he fought 37 duels and didn't die. He retired, which is like rare, because usually you just died, someone was better than you and they killed you. And he retired and he wrote this book. And the last duel that he fought, he forgot his sword in his he was staying at an inn, so he forgot his sword. So he's going out to this island to deal with this dude who's got a sword, metal shing type stuff. He's like, damn it, I forgot my sword. So he takes a boat orb, makes a stick out of it, and bops this guy in the head and kills him. Now it's his last recorded duel. And if you are into like the Kabbalah or like the Gothic Kabbalah, they tell you that the guitar is actually considered a spiritual sword. So in honor of Musashi, I choose to play the acoustic. It's kind of like my bow canner. and I go around bopping people on the head with it. Also, he was really good at being by himself. He didn't have any companions or anything like that. He traveled by himself. He lived his life by himself, and I do pretty much the same. I really, for the most part, I live by myself. I do what I do by myself. And in reading the book a couple of times and studying his life, I was like, wow, I got a lot in common with this guy, and it'd be really cool for me to apply all this to something that everybody could get into. And then also the message behind Psydcar, and a lot of what I talk about deals with being alone and dealing with those issues. And I don't see how I could honestly say, hey, this is a solution to being alone and dealing with those things if I got 4 other people jumping around on stage. It's kind of like, this is, you're getting a glimpse into my life, and this is what I do. I don't have 4 other people jumping around with me when I play. It's me. This is me. This is who I am. It's very real, very personal and intimate. So, and that's another reason why I keep things acoustic for the most part. I'm not saying that I'd never make another electric album, but just right now, what I'm talking about and subject matter, it fits more, or at least that's what I think. And I think it's kind of unique, and I like that. Yeah, so that's why I continue to do this the way that I do. But yeah, about this show, man, I'm stoked. Are you guys stoked? Like, I'm playing at Studio 7 on February 17th. Get your tickets, man. Anyway, it's a perfect opportunity for me to get my foot in the door, meet a lot of new people. I'm hoping that, my friends will come out and support, But, yeah. Good stuff. So anyway, I think I might play one more. Actually, I don't know. I might play a couple more, because there's some new stuff. I don't know if you guys have heard any of the new stuff, because I haven't posted it yet.